welcome to you, and you, to another vivacious, voluptuous episode of the Weekly R&R, where we like to recap
and review.
That is Charles.
Okay.
That's Link.
Hi.
And I'm... Gutter. Okay, I never feel cool saying my own name.
I got you.
Nice. Let's rock and roll. Hey, let's do the thing.
Let's do the thing.
What thing?
First!
And our lead is more on the serious side this week of the death of one of the biggest worldwide global icons in the 20th century of Muhammad Ali. Great world champion boxer, and that seems to only scratch the surface. The innovator of self-promotion and trash talk in sports, one of the most transcendent athletes that has ever existed, and one of the few people that has gotten to be the change they've wanted to see in the world.
His character and the way his story has survived for years and decades, and even people being born now are still going to know who he is because his story is just one of just absolute fascination. It's too big. He was too big of a person to overlook something like this. There's enough testimonials of people that do know him that sing his praises and just how wonderful of a person he was, and it's all you can really ask for in the end is if you have a legacy of just good things.
Will Smith movie, Ali, does not do the legacy of Muhammad Ali justice. You want to get, if you really want to find out about his life, you get some writing from that era where boxing writing is some of the finest sports writing there was, especially in the heyday of boxing, where being the world heavyweight boxing champion made you the alpha male of the planet at that point in time, where it was as big as it was. And the writing at that time was absolutely fantastic, and it really reflected how a lot of people felt about Muhammad Ali at the time, because it wasn't the universal praise that we see for him now, not just the fact that he has passed, but the fact that we see his legacy in hindsight. But he was a very controversial figure at his time, especially in regards to politics. And I absolutely implore any of you watching this to research more into the legacy and the life of Muhammad Ali, because he definitely is one of the most important cultural icons that's ever lived.
Great news for those fans of streaming services. Bob Ross, the man, the myth, the legend, just like Muhammad Ali himself, is going to be streaming on Netflix now. Maybe not to the same stature, but you know what I mean.
Right, they are both dead.
Unfortunately. Mm-hmm. Way to go, Charles. Thanks.
I didn't bring that up. You brought it up.
Oh, you're such a downer.
But Bob Ross is a bit more peaceful in nature, and a bit more...
a badass.
Right, they're definitely both badasses in their own right, but, definitely different scales.
And now we get to see that badass once again on the quality of your mobile devices or your home television and anything that can stream.
What's the show called?
The Joy of Painting.
Yes, that was his big hit one that ran on, what was it, PBS or something?
Yeah.
For a decade, from early 80s till early 90s. But he did have some other shows, some other projects. One of them was, the other one, the Beauty of the World or Beauty of something, but I guess that one's also streaming as well. So all the good Bob Ross you could possibly want is there for you to watch.
Pretty sure a long time ago, maybe 5 months ago, he was on Twitch.
Yes, that's true. There's been a Twitch channel that's been dedicated to streaming his shows 24 hours a day, and now you can stream the shows without having to put up with Twitch chat as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look it up on
the
YouTubes. Find me some Bob Ross.
Cut that out.
See what all the hubbub's about. That cough?
Yep.
Keeping it in.
Next!
Damn it.
In other big news that everybody won't shut up about, a gorilla at the Cincinnati's...
Next!
Overwatch has a zero tolerance for hackers.
Really?
Zero.
So they've claimed, and it seems that they've backed it up.
People on PC, mostly in China, got banned for hacking.
Yeah, that's no fun for anybody.
So they've backed up their zero tolerance policy and just permanently banned for life. Not like a 1 warning, 2 warnings, 3 strikes you're out. It's once and you're totally
IP
fucked.
banned, everything?
It's have fun.
Yeah, is it IP address banned? Because what if they just make a new account and I'm back?
Yes. So mostly in China, they said over 1,500 people in China have been permanently banned. But it's not exclusive to there. It's a worldwide thing. That just seems to be whatever reason the most popular area. In your experience, how is the Overwatch community?
Decent. I haven't really noticed anything.
You haven't come across any hackers yet?
No.
You're gonna be upset if you do.
Very.
I mean, there's a silver lining if you come across them.
Clearly,
You're never gonna play them again.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I don't know how they catch these people, but you know, good job. I know every online game eventually has issues with hacking. I've never heard of anything along the lines of
Get the fuck
one
outta
and
here.
done. It's like you mess this up for other people, and you're a son of a bitch.
It takes the fun out of the game. What's the point of even hacking?
I don't know. I don't know how to hack. I couldn't tell you
I've played Mario Kart online and haven't ever dealt with hackers.
that you know of. Have you always come in first online? Somebody comes in first. You might not have noticed that the same guy comes in first over and over.
But what if he's just really good? He just knows
And
everything.
over.
Yeah, that's usually what I chalk it up
And
to.
over and over. He was hacking.
Next!
Fans of Star Wars?
I would say so, quite.
I've seen him.
Good enough.
Yeah.
So Rogue One's coming out later this year, and
I've
there's
heard.
a big story that they've had to undergo, or they plan to undergo, many major reshoots. Not minor reshoots, major reshoots.
Like expensive.
Yes, expensive. Like a month's worth of every day, many hours a day
Oh my God.
reshoots. Yeah.
So are movie tickets gonna go up for this movie?
So are they
No,
just
why?
redoing the movie?
Jeez, at this point you'd think so, considering it comes out 7 months from now.
Ooh, that's a red flag.
But the word on the street, the word on Star Wars street, is that the movie studio, that they did some test screenings, but now with like test audiences, just the Disney executives, and they're like, well, this is not good enough. It needs to be great. Because it's Star Wars, and now everyone's bar is higher than conceivable after the legacy of that movie franchise and Episode 7, Force Awakens. So now that, you know, this has to live up to a lot of hype, has to live up to the name. So they're going to reshoot a lot of stuff to make it quote-unquote better, because it wasn't good enough. Didn't match the tone of what people expect from Star Wars.
If this comes out on time, this is going to be awful. It's not only rushed with a completely different tone than was originally happened. There's red flags all over the place with this. I hope it gets delayed. I've never normally hoped for something that would come out to get delayed before. This needs a bit more time if it's going to be completely overhauled like this.
They could pull off a miracle, and this turns out to be another mega blockbuster, which it probably will be anyway.
Oh yeah,
Because that's
it'll
the
be a
name.
cash cow. And they'll suck it till the tits run dry.
Well put. Nice cliche. Charlie, do you want to suck my tits till the milk runs dry?
Gladly. So imagine this.
I'm imagining.
Sit on a toilet.
All the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not hard to imagine.
Then your dick gets bit by a python. How do you feel about that? Takes you 30 minutes to get it off while you're screaming for help. This actually happened, people.
In case you were wondering,
Yeah.
a man from Thailand, I forget his name, it's something
Something
That's-
long and weird.
natural to Thailand, but not to here. Something long and weird. Which is a lot what his penis looks like now. A guy in Thailand got his dong chomped by a huge python that was in his toilet, was in his plumbing and his pipes and all that.
God, people have legitimate fears of this, and now you're confirming all these fears, and the story is
It
confirming
can't happen.
these fears.
And it's somewhat common that, you know, legs get bit, or they even said like butts get chomped on, but never has he just teeth been sunk into, you know, sunk into a dude's
Pride.
stuff.
How does anyone go to the bathroom there?
Well, it took him a long time to get the snake out of there, and they said the snake survived. The guy survived too, obviously, but I mean, after that, would you want to live? A man got his flutter whacking, you know, by a snake, right?
Right.
Talk about natural male enhancement, am I right? It was a 10-foot python. I forgot to lead in with that. But, you know,
You can do that joke again if you want.
natural male enhancement. I love it the way it is. Always riveting. Another well done R&R.
In the books.
Hopefully it comes out just as good as I think it
It will.
can.
And we'll see you on the toilet.
We will not see you in Thailand, because I am not going there.
Let's go to the zoo.
And we'll see you.
We'll see you in Overwatch on Netflix watching Bob Ross and everything else that's relevant to our stories. We'll see you in Butterfly, sting like a bee, make a joke, quick.
Bye.
Bee butterfly, bee, sting. Sting bee.
Bzz.